What is up, blockchain gang? This is Danarchy with another Nightcrow's video on crafting. I ran the numbers to find the best way to advance your crafting professions, and I wanted to tell you which job I think is the best. But first, I want to say that I think the PvP auto combat is utter dog shit in this game, and the crafting is probably the only reason why I'm still interested in progression. There's no reason why I should be able to walk up to a party full of players and murder each one of them one by one without them automatically turning and attacking me. The player I am attacking will just keep auto farming, and it's the stupidest decision I have ever seen. Even when the NPCs are attacked by a stronger character, they'll turn and attack the stronger character instead of the weaker player they were fighting. At least have that woman come up and tell me
a party member is being attacked,
like whenever I'm under attack or I'm out of potions. Add to that I wasted 9 million gold on a heal spell that can't even be used in auto combat, which is 99.99% of this game, and I have just about checked out of the combat portion, which even when active consists of running up to each other and rolling a bunch of dice to find out once and for all which one of you has spent the most money on the game. I will craft some badass gear for some folks and attempt to make all of my money back, and then roll all future profits into mastery over my chosen profession. And when that is done, I will pump up my character full of all the best deals for power from the passive crafting income. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video to find out which professions I think will do the best in the market and why. The first tip I want to give to you is that it's much easier to focus on crafting or progression, but not both, unless you're willing to spend some money. Simply grinding alone will not progress you fast enough in both categories. It's like trying to run two races at once in opposite directions, since all of your progress is a gold sink and you need gold to craft. Plus, there's no guarantee you'll ever make any of that money back that you invested. So don't use this guide as a reason to blow hundreds or thousands of dollars thinking you can make a small fortune if nobody is playing this game except bots in 3 months. Next, I just want to say that I realize that this scenario is unrealistic, and you're probably crafting whatever you need for yourself and your collections and request whenever you can. But if you have extra gold and materials to use after all of that is done, you will want the most affordable prices so that you can get there faster. So let's look at each type of gear from the professions, as they all follow the same formula. You will need 117,000 crafting experience to reach professional grade from veteran, which is very easy to get relatively. If you're crafting normal gear that gives you 200 experience, you would have to complete 585 items, costing 29 million gold and 2,925 materials to achieve this. Now, each type of gear will have a special normal gear worth 500 experience, and this is the best value by far. You would have to craft 234 times for 16 million gold, using only 2,340 mats. It's also worth the most in the markets, as these are repeatedly used in the collections as opposed to other gear that is used less frequently if you have an unbound one. Once we step into the green gear, you get 700 for the basic free-to-play equipment, which should take 168 attempts in total, 20.16 million gold and 16,800 mats. The reason I say free-to-play gear is because it's easy to break up each rarity of gear into free-to-play and whale versions, as the stats and cost to craft are much higher for these whale items. Even though they share the same level of rarity, it's like comparing apples to oranges. Another way to think of it is uncommon and uncommon plus. The whale gear or uncommon plus gear gets you 1,500 experience, requiring 78 crafts for 15.6 million gold and 9,360 mats. So this would actually be the cheapest way to go for gold if getting mats from the exchange were not an object, which may be more helpful for the escalation profession since their materials cost the least in the market. There is only one way to really speed this up.
Damn, what is that, bro?
Buying 3 to 4 gold packages in the shop for $90 to $120, as well as any microtransactions for gold, should get you there, or at least most of the way there, but it does require a bit of luck with those gold boxes. This will also get you the diamonds you need to use in the exchange, although you may have to buy a few more packages, such as the $20 monthly Black Wings one. You can also spend up to 12,000 D insignias at the battlefront each day on 20 different crafting materials, as long as your profession can use them, since these are bound. Now, rare gear follows this latest trend in the Prosperity line. 1 cheap, free-to-play accessory, and 3 expensive, class-specific whale accessories for each type of damage: melee, ranged, and magic. If you're crafting the cheap, rare gear, it is bound, but a great success will give you an unbound version to sell. However, if you're crafting one of the whale versions, a great success will upgrade it to an epic, but only once you're a pro. For all other crafting professions, you'll have a free-to-play rare weapon or gear being bound or unbound in great success, and the other 3 whale items all focus on different build paths. Usually one will be all-out attack, another defense, and the last one is a hybrid of both. If you are a pro and you get a great success, it will be upgraded to an epic as well. These epics will be bound, but if you naturally craft the free-to-play epic items, it will always be unbound and marketable. If you get a great success on these, you'll get a chest containing one of 3 pay-to-win epic items, and it will be bound. You must reach expert level for this though. Each profession has their own focus in addition to the class or classes they craft weapons, gear, runes, skill enhancements, and skill books for. Discipline refines iron, and scrolls of discipline, as well as anti-melee potions as their consumable. These scrolls are required for the whale rare item crafting and up. Escalation refines leather and scrolls of escalation with anti-ranged potions. Wisdom refines pelts and creates scrolls of wisdom with anti-magic potions. Prosperity focuses on crafting accessories for all 8 classes, as well as the enhancement scrolls they need, especially for accessories. They also craft all 3 refinement stones and all other potions in the game. They refine quartz and scrolls of prosperity. They make the jewel artifacts for all damage type, and their consumable is a 10% skill speed increase. Truly a jack of all trades, master of none, but definitely more useful than a master of one in my opinion. Now mathematically, if you have 8 different classes with 2 weapons each, 6 gears, and 8 different accessories, you would have a total of 128 slots to fill. Prosperity is responsible for 8 slots on all 8 of these classes, or 64 of them, which is 50%. Discipline crafts 8 gear slots on 4 different classes, or 32, for 25%, and both Escalation and Wisdom crafts 12.5% each, for only 2 classes apiece and 8 slots. Now in the real world, you have more Lancers and Rangers than spell users, so Prosperity is the only one that is not affected by class imbalances in the game or future buffs and nerfs. When taking this into account, the Discipline tree is the next best line, followed by the Escalation profession because there are more Rangers than wand users and spellcasters combined. They also currently have the lowest cost for crafting mats as well, which might even put this in second place for me, with the Wisdom class bringing up the rear, in my opinion. Those are all the tips I have for you at this time. Be on the lookout for the advanced crafting guide coming soon, and let me know anything I left out that should be included for a shout out. I appreciate all of the comments and support, and I look forward to making more content as long as I feel it's helpful enough to be worth the effort. I'll also be making some arena content in Mirror 4 as soon as it goes live, so I hope you also enjoy that. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so we can do this again sometime.
Yeah, Mr. Laser.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
You will be destroyed.
You're going
The
down.
explosion will be of extraordinary magnitude. Just hang on.
It takes a while.
Oh God, my back!